Hi, we're in the third week of September. Coincidentally, it's the first week of fall. Boy, that nip is in the air. Anyway, I'm here with Mr. Tringali, Larry.
Larry Tringali.
Larry
We
Tringali.
practiced this too. It didn't work.
Yeah, Larry Tringali. And he is with the Home Inspection Service, one of our favorite home inspection companies, and he's here to talk to us about home inspections. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the market first in our third week of September. So the market is not paying attention to the yearly norms. We're getting more sales every week than we are listing, so our inventory is shrinking. And with that, people's income are still strong, so we're seeing sort of an ebb and flow of prices going up. The nice houses are getting sold for multiple offers. The ones that need a ton of work, the investors are all over them, trying to buy them as quick as they can. And the ones in the middle, those are the ones to target. You can make it your own. So with that, I just wanted to let you guys know it's a great time to buy. The time to buy a home is the day that we find the home you love. So here's Larry about home inspections.
So when you do find that perfect home that you're going to want to get, someone's going to say, what's the difference between being a renter and a homeowner? Oh, you've got big responsibilities as a homeowner. I mean, some things could be thousands of dollars. Wouldn't it be nice to know what's the most expensive problems that those home inspectors find that is also easily preventable? Guess what? That's what we're going to talk about right now. Good thing you're here paying attention. So the most expensive part of your home is the foundation. Obviously, people want a flat foundation with no cracks in it. They don't want it to be settling. The settling issue is a big problem. For many people, they think if the home settles at all, oh no, I can't buy this home. Especially if there's crowning. Crowning is where there's minor sloping. That's going to happen everywhere in the valley. Some places, if it's old, like downtown San Jose, it's been there since 1906, you're going to have major crowning. If you don't have major crowning, you can have minor crowning, and that's very, very common. It's just because in this, what was your phrase for that?
Oh, the settling?
Settling. What was your phrase?
Oh, just the water problem.
Water tide.
Yeah.
The water.
Oh, land tide.
Land tide. During the dry season, the ground shrinks, your house is going to shrink. Then it goes back up. So you may notice cracks around the exterior, but it's not that big a deal. The only big deal is if it gets to the foundation. How does water get to the foundation? It gets there because if you have an air conditioner, and the air conditioner gets cold, warm air hits it, the water in the warm air condenses on the air conditioner, turns into a drop, goes down the drop and hits that cement pad that it's sitting on, and then it goes into the ground. Why is it sitting on the cement pad? Because if it wasn't sitting on the cement pad, that water would go immediately into the ground and make a big mud pool, and your air conditioner would start to sink into the mud. So it's got that cement pad. Then where does the water go after it goes off that pad? It goes into the ground. Well, it goes into the ground. What does water do to the ground? It makes it go down. What if you've got a lot of ground going down right next to the foundation? The dirt underneath the foundation is going to start to disintegrate. So you could go underneath the house and go, look at, there's this little crack here. What happened? Especially if you go in a home like, an old one downtown San Jose, there was a basement, you look and you see these big, huge cracks, 3/4 of an inch coming down. Oh, what happened right here? Everywhere else looks fine except right here. Stupid ass air conditioners out there. So if you have an air conditioner, do something to have the ground, the water flow away from it. Another thing you can do is when you get to the home, they almost always have sidewalks around the perimeter. Look at those sidewalks. If the sidewalks are slanted away, perfect. If they're flat, you may have water settling and you can ask the owner, gee, did you ever see puddling around here? If it was puddling, that's a problem if it's close to the house. Very often these things are flat or they're slanting in. If the sidewalks are slanting in at all, and then you look at the cement, you look at the stucco, you can see this little crack. Where does all that water go when it comes off the sidewalk and hits that crack? It goes down. It goes down where the foundation is. So chances are it's going to start settling underneath that area. So is any cracking a bad problem? No, it's not. As a matter of fact, 98% of our inspections, and we do 8 a day, every day, been doing this for years. So this isn't like, what does he know? We do a poop load of inspections. All of them say minor cracking noticed in the foundation, which is typical of a home of this age in this area. Minor cracking noticed in the foundation, which is typical of a home in this area and of this age. They all have cracks. And again, how do you get away from the cracks? You got to move to Arizona where there's no water in the ground. It's still there, you're not going to have that phrase, but otherwise here you're going to have that. So you can prevent it by keeping the water away. How do you keep it away from doing that? Well, there's two things. The inevitable, if that sidewalk is slanted like this, what's holding up? Dirt. So what if you were to dig, just dig a little hole here, put a brick in there and hold this sucker up. And while the brick's holding the cement up, get something else and just with a pick, just pull some dirt away over there, pull some dirt away over here. At some point, it's going to go, good, there, that was simple. Anybody can do that. Then you have it sloping away. But now you've got this other crack on the other side. Just get some clear silicone filler. Clear silicone filler. Fill those cracks up so that it goes away. And you can also tell when you move to the area, just generally, when you look at a house, am I going to buy this sucker or not? Look at the sidewalks. If the sidewalks, look like kids are doing ramps around there, then this area has a lot of settling. Look at the driveway. The driveway is somewhat of an indicator, but not really, because you might have had someone do the driveway who didn't know what he was doing, didn't put rebar. Oh, this is the last thing I'm going to tell you about this. What's the strength of the foundation? The strength of the foundation isn't the cement, like I just mentioned in the driveway. If you see a driveway with a bunch of cracks in it, they did not put rebar in it. Rebar is the strength of the cement. Without rebar, it's just cement. In time it's going to dry out and crack. You put rebar in, it'll be strong. The foundation has the same thing. So there's this is really the last thing I'll say. There's vertical cracks, horizontal cracks. A vertical crack means water could get in. If the water gets in and hits that rebar, it might rust the rebar. It rusts the rebar. Uh-oh, that was the strength. Some guy told me that's the strength, and that's true. That is the strength. You take the rebar out of that foundation, it's a big pile of cement. But if it's a vertical crack, it's going to maybe rust out like 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch. Is the rest of the foundation going to care about that? Of course not. It's only like 1/4 inch gone. But what if it's a horizontal crack? Oh, what if the horizontal crack goes like 8 feet? Uh-oh. What if you had 8 feet of the rebar get rusted out? Oh, now we got an issue. How will you know if it's an issue? You'll know if it's an issue and it's not there because all underneath that is going to start to be crinkling. So if you get an inspection, which we do all the time, and it says you've got a horizontal crack 8 feet long, and they hear, oh, horizontal cracks are horrible, I can't buy the house. Calm down, cowboy. It's okay. What's the rest of the foundation look like? It's solid. It's perfect. So did the moisture get in there to the rebar yet? Apparently not. It's still strong. So what do you need to do? Get some of that glue. Remember that glue I told you to go get? The clear silicone glue? Fill that crack up. Fill the horizontal cracks, any crack you see, except for the stupid little ones. If it's not big enough, if a picture can't take a picture of the crack, it's not big enough, who cares? But if you can see it, you can stick your fingernail in there. If it's big enough for that, water could get in there, fill that up. Then you'll be okay. The house will be fine. Okay, that's it. Oh, next time, if you see that I'm going to be here, I'm going to tell you the problems on the inside of the house that are also real easy to take. I mean, this was some glue, a tube of glue. Take care of this. Next time we'll cover that same thing with the inside of the house. Okay? Property inspection service at your service. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Larry. That's really awesome. And we'll see you guys next week, and we'll have another speaker, and we will continue on with our real estate trends.
Okay.